What's up, guys? This is Benny Ricciardi with FTN Bets on the FTN Network, bringing you our NBA prop report for Friday, January 8th.
We have a big slate of games here today, and I think we wound up with 8 props that we're looking at just from the first look at the numbers here. I've already heard a lot of news. We got some COVID situations and things that are popping up around the league right now. So definitely make sure you guys get over to FTN Bets and check out later on in the day when all the props are up after we get all the news and everything else that goes out. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more stuff that gets added to this today. But in order to get this video out early, these are the edges that we're looking at here early on. So the first one I want to talk about is Brook Lopez Points over 11.5. Now, we took the under on his rebounds last game, and it didn't work out very well. But one of the things that I noticed was his minutes are up from what they were earlier in the year. Brook Lopez has always been a guy that's been able to go out there and score, and I think he does have an edge here today to be able to get it. We're looking at a scoring number that's 25% above the number that the books are offering here, is what we're projecting him for, and we're able to get this number at plus 125. FanDuel has it at 10.5 instead of 11.5, but it's not at plus money. I think it might be minus 110 or something, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. But we have him projected for closer to 15 points anyway. So at this point, I'd rather just take the 11.5 and get the plus money at plus 125. It is a bet that I like a lot today, and you can see it's a full unit that we're putting on that one. So the next bet I'm going to talk about, there are 2 bets that I like on the Rockets here today. One of them is James Harden's points. The other one is John Wall assists. You can see them both here on the page. The John Wall assist number, we have a big edge on because we project him for over 8 today. But look at the payout at minus 144. And minus 144 was the best number I saw. I think some of the other sites had this at like minus 160. I think even a minus 180 out there. The James Harden points one, though, minus 104 on FanDuel for 29.5 points. We project him for 36 points tonight. So that's still a 20% plus edge. Now, again, it's a massive number. 36 points is a lot of points, but this is James Harden we're talking about here. So I like the Harden one. I like the Wall one. I took them both for 0.75 units because, again, like we talked about yesterday, when there's 2 props in one game, I don't really want to go too heavy in any one game because if the game blows out or something goes wrong, if it happens to be low scoring, then these are probably both going to end up unders, and you don't want to have too much of your capital tied up on, one certain outcome of a game. We also have another prop here for Zion Williamson points today, over 22.5. It's worth 3/4 of a unit bet for me, 25% edge, minus 110, definitely playable number. I think I played this on BetMGM just to kind of spread my action around a little bit, but I think it's also minus 110 on DraftKings or FanDuel. It was minus 110 on one of the other major sites too. So there's different places you can get this number. But remember, if you're trying to stay under the radar of some of the books and you're betting a lot of props and you're worried that you're going to get limited, which probably isn't going to happen on DraftKings or FanDuel, but we have heard a lot of stories of it happening on some of the smaller books. It's just good to spread everything around. If you can get the same number in 2 places and you have a bunch of bets on one side already, put that bet on the other side. It just kind of keeps you under the radar a little bit. All right, so let's move up to the other set of props that we have here today. We have 2 props in the Charlotte game, but in this one, I did go with the full 1 unit on the LaMelo Ball assist number. He's another guy that we're projecting for over 8 today. And the reason why I went the full unit is, unlike John Wall at minus 140, we're able to get the LaMelo Ball assist at plus 110. So I definitely want to get as much down as I can on that. Again, we project them for almost 40% above this number here today, and we're getting plus 110 on it, which is just way too good to pass up. The other play in that game is Gordon Hayward, points, rebounds, and assists. The Gordon Hayward points one is really the big thing here. That's where he had the biggest edge. But he also had a small edge in rebounds and a small edge in assists. And when you add up all those edges, the points, rebounds, and assist number is where we saw a slightly bigger edge than just in the points. So if you just want to do Gordon Hayward points, I think that's at 19 or something like that. That's not a bad number to go with too, but I prefer the points, rebounds, and assist number because our edge there is 25% as compared to just the edge on the points, which was 20%. Again, I didn't want to go the full unit here because we do have other money in this game, and I didn't want to kind of go overboard. But I did go for a 3/4 of a unit on Gordon Hayward over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So we have 2 other plays here that we can look at. One is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 19.5 is the number for him. Minus 119, a half a unit bet on this for me. I like the edge that we have here at 25%, but I'm a little nervous because the New York Knicks defense has been one of the better ones in the league. It's been one of the big surprises early on here in the season. So I didn't want to go overboard on this, even though the number is pointing me in that direction. I probably should have gone more units, but listen, when you have a feeling, you want to play your edges, but at the same point in time, you don't have to take too big a risk. And this is one that I didn't want to take too big a risk on. So I just did it for half a unit here. I also put half a unit on the other side of this game on Mitchell Robinson points. Over 10.5 points on FanDuel is paying even money, which I thought was a pretty good bet. Not only do we have a 20% edge on this number, but we actually project him for close to a double-double, and we can get that at plus 230. I don't think that plus 230 number is a bad way to go about it. I may sprinkle a little bit on that as well. I do like the over. His rebounds are like 8.5, but the over is now juiced up to like minus 140 in a lot of spots right now, which basically means they're expecting him to get probably close to 10 rebounds. So rather than mess around with that number, I wanted to take the points number because we can get that at even money. And like I said, if you're looking to be a little bit more adventurous, the double-double is at plus 230 right there. I don't hate that either if you want to just sprinkle a little bit, maybe like a quarter of a unit on that or something. So that wraps it up. That's all the props that I have that I'm looking at here in this, in the afternoon. Like I said, there is a lot of news that's supposed to drop today. We got a couple COVID situations going around. I haven't even begun to start looking at some of the teams that those teams played before they, before this news started popping up, because we may start seeing a domino effect of some other guys. I'm already hearing today that the Boston Celtics, we don't even have all the props for the Boston Celtics because apparently all their big guys, either one of them has COVID, I think it's Williams, and the other guys were considered close contacts to him. So, like I said, we got to see how all these situations work out. If you guys want all of the numbers, you can get over to FTN Bets, sign up, look at the bet tracker there. As these things come out throughout the day, more numbers get added. You don't only get my numbers. There's a bunch of guys that are posting numbers over there. Kyle Murray, Chris Meany, Noah Rudell, like there's a whole bunch of guys that are putting up NBA bets right now. Big money play, our boy Stefano Vaccarino putting up all his stuff as well. So lots of stuff for you guys to look at over there. Remember, if there's any number you want to play, you can go over to FTN Bets. We have a prop tool over there that's free for you to use. You just click on the prop tool. You type in the name of whoever you're looking to get the number for. It'll give you his number for every single book in whatever state you're looking at. This way you can see where the best price is and where the lowest numbers are so that you don't take any bad numbers. This is Benny Ricciardi for FTN Bets, signing off on the FTN Network with our NBA Prop Report.